And the secret I found that enabled me to do so was I told myself that my thoughts about my life were poisonous. I told myself that my thoughts about my life were creating the mess in my life. Linda sent me an email. She said, I smoke. I want to quit. It's a limiting belief as a lack from abandonment as a child, or I use it to cover a painful narcissistic relationship. How do I stop thinking about this painful memory? Every time I think about him, so much fear and rejection stirs in me. I want to attract a healthy relationship, but my vibration has been pushed down so low with shame and guilt. I listen to some of your videos and realize I'm attracting this. How can I begin to believe what I don't see in myself? Linda, I can tell you that it takes work and it's not easy, and you're not alone. Oh my goodness. I've been exactly there where you are. I couldn't see it in myself many years ago. So it requires work on so many different angles. And if I really look at your question, it's not one question. Your question has so many questions in it. It's about smoking, but it's also about narcissistic relationship in your past. It's about fear and rejection, creating a healthy future relationship, and it's about self-worth. And all these things don't happen overnight. It takes work, but I can tell you that if you do the work, and it doesn't take a long time, if you do the work, everything will change, and it won't take very long at all. For me, what I call turning the corner, when you really start getting it, that took about 6 months. And then most of the change that's going to happen in your life happens really, really fast. Within a year, everything looks so different. Now, for me, once I got onto that road of shifting things, I wanted to keep going. And so I kept doing more work because I just wanted so much more improvement. I just wanted so much good in my own life. And then when I started receiving that good in my own life, I wanted to teach others that. And so my journey has been now at this point a journey of, I'd say, about 15 years. But I want you to know that you are going to start feeling so good about yourself in a very short time. So let's take this one step at a time. Do the easy thing first, right? And the easiest thing in all of this mix, although I can't speak for you, but the easiest thing in all of this mix is to start small with appreciation. Appreciation is a powerful, powerful, powerful tool. When you think about your past narcissistic relationship, you are not in a place of appreciation. When you think about smoking, you are not in a place of appreciation. When you think about rejection and you think about things that have happened before, you're not in a place of appreciation. When you think about shame and guilt, you're not in a place of appreciation. If you could just start tomorrow and stop thinking all those thoughts and start thinking thoughts of appreciation, your life will start changing really, really quickly. When you start appreciating who you are, when you start prioritizing how you feel, giving up smoking will be really, really easy. And the next thing I want to tell you is that if this pen represents the emotional scale, you will never meet a narcissistic person if you are high up over here on the emotional scale. Because all those people who are narcissistic, they are low on the emotional scale. And you met them, you met him because you were already not appreciative of yourself. You were already in a place of fear. You were already afraid of entering into relationships and trusting people. And that is why this sort of a person showed up in your life. So if you start doing the work, appreciation always takes us up the emotional scale. If you start doing the work and you cross this middle line, I call it the worry line, and you just come up here, not even all the way to the top. You just come here up to a place of hope and then a place of satisfaction. Your entire life will change. Because narcissistic people cannot meet you if you are stable in a place of hope. Going up to a place of hope, love, and joy for 5 minutes in the day, that's not stability. You've got to start spending most of your day there. And the secret I found that enabled me to do so was I told myself that my thoughts about my life were poisonous. I told myself that my thoughts about my life were creating the mess in my life. So I told myself, that's the problem. So if your behavior is the problem, you know what we do with children. If a child's behavior is the problem, we tell them not to do that activity, not to behave that way. But you're not a child. Nobody else can do this for you. You've got to do it yourself. So you've got to tell yourself to stop thinking about your life, because your thoughts about your life are the problem. Stop thinking about your life and everything will start falling into place. Things will start fixing themselves. I promise you, that truly is how it works. You see, when we were children, we were taught that we should use our minds to fix problems. And that is very true. We can use our mind to fix problems, except when the mind in itself is the problem. When our thinking methodology is the problem. When our thinking methodology, when our mind is the problem, we've got to shift away from it, at least for a short period of time, at least for enough, give it enough of a rest that when we come back, we are at a place that's higher on the emotional scale. And I promise you, appreciation is the best way to get there. It truly is. And then Linda starts the work. And the work is finding ways to forgive the past, which is why I asked you, when you wrote to me, I sent you a response saying, listen to the videos about forgiveness. So you've got to let go of whatever happened in the past. You've got to forgive and you've got to forget. Because if you don't forget the past, you have not forgiven it. Forgive and forget the past. Lack from abandonment as a child, you're not a child anymore. None of that is applicable to who you are today. So stop using it like an excuse or something to hide behind. It's not relevant. And you say in your email, how do I stop thinking about this painful memory? What you decide, it's a decision. You are making the same decision over and over again to think about painful things. Make a different decision. Tell yourself, those thoughts are poisonous and I'm not going to think them anymore. I'm going to think about something else. Squirrel, bunny rabbit, sky, trees, grass, mountains. Nature is the best escape. So that's how you shift your thoughts. And if that doesn't work for you, like I always say, mental math, multiplication tables. You've got to give yourself, your mind, a task to do that does not have to do with your life, because your mind has proven at this time that it is not capable of helping you with your life. So you've got to give it a different task, a task that has nothing to do with your life. And you've got to hand over the task of fixing your life to the universe. That is what all of trust and faith are about. So, Linda, I hope this helps you. And if you want more help, if you really want to get deep into law of attraction, I can make a couple of recommendations to you. The first recommendation I will make is to grab the book, or a couple of books I will recommend. One is Manifesting Mistakes. The second one is the Unlimited 40-Day Law of Attraction Workbook. And the third is the book Thrive. Combination of these three books will give you an in-depth understanding of law of attraction, and included with the Unlimited Workbook is access to the Unlimited Facebook group, where there is a whole course, video course that I recorded many years ago about the law of attraction. Plus, there are 1,000 other videos that you can learn from. So aside from the books, if you really want to learn from me and you want to work with me, there are 2 ways to do so. You can join my group coaching program. My group coaching program is called Unlimited 365, and every Sunday there is a live Q&A. I teach the program every single day live. So we talk about law of attraction and how it works in our lives. And then on Sundays, I have a live Q&A where I help people apply law of attraction to their lives. So if you're interested in finding out about coaching options with me, send me an email and I'll provide you with that information. All right, I hope that this helps you to get started. I'm excited for you. You're going to be fine. You're not only going to be fine, but in just a couple of months, you're going to look back and you are going to celebrate yourself and your life. One last thing is I am hosting yes, it is a free program. I was just trying to recall if it's free or not. I am hosting a free program for bringing in the new year. And look out for information on it. It's going to be soon, I think on the 28th of December. Let me just check that date for you. Yes, it's on the 28th of December, and that is really going to help you in laying the foundation for going into the new year on a high vibration. All right, take care, Linda, and anyone else who has a question about the law of attraction. Feel free to send me your questions. Bye for now.